Hello, boys and girls of YouTube. Alright, forgive the handwriting, but this is the new list. So there is 105 days to go before drag week. And my progress is terrible. So if you saw the last video, I pretty much, here, let me show you. Yeah, I just have the manifold on. I still have a whole bunch to do, and this is the list. Excuse the quick rip around, but this is the list. So, got to get the motor top dead center. Got to put distributor in. Got to fix the coil bracket. Got to put the blower on. Got to plug in the wires for the sensors for the fuel injection. Got to redo the wires for the NOS solenoid. Let's see. Got to put the injector plate on and the NOS plate on. Got to put the throttle body on. Got to plug in the injectors. Got to put the spark plug wires on. Got to put water in. Got to start. Got to tune. Now, 105 days, I should have time to do all that. Now, those are pretty much, if you look at the top, need to do. That's just to get the car up and running and in a state where I can take it. Hopefully. I'm sure there's a little odds and ends that I didn't put down, but this is the list. So now here are the things that I wanted to do. All right, this is stuff I would like to do. I like to put another fuel cell in for race fuel. So if you don't know, Drag Week is an event that takes place over 5 days. And a lot of times you'll do one of two things if you need to run, race gas. Either you drain your tank and put your race gas in every time because you don't use the race gas on the street because that's a little expensive. So you swap your gas back and forth in your main tank, or you put a secondary fuel tank in and you plumb it so you can turn one off and turn the other one on if you need it. So I was thinking about doing that this year because other than that I have to drain the tank or detune it a little bit and just run it on street gas. See what happens, see how far I get. Also, I wanted to put a hydraulic brake booster in this. Right now, it's the traditional, let me see if I can get that in there. The old, vacuum canister type, vacuum assist brakes. I want to put a little bit more modern of a setup in there. Let me see if I can zoom in there. And, we'll see what happens. Back, zooming out. But anyway, who knows if I'm going to get that done. Next is fix the exhaust. The exhaust is definitely just kind of on. We'll see if I ever get to that point. I'm almost embarrassed to show you, but it's good enough to get me where I need to be. Also, we have some switches in the cars that control mostly the ignition side. Yeah, basically those are all the ones that are going to get the car running and started. Now, I had one of those eBay switch panels that had a light to tell you it's on, light to show you where the switch is, and then it had, obviously you're on and off. So it took like a five wire connection to, for all that for each wire, and I have switch positive and negative depending on what the circuit is. Long story short, it looks like some of the internal parts of the switches can only be wired a specific way, and I'll get into that if I change the switches, and I'll show you. But long story short, I wanted to just put a simple switch on that will have a light that tells you it's on, and then obviously turn the thing on. So from 5 inputs to 3 inputs. Long story short, it's a pain in the neck, and I don't know if I'm going to get to it. But anyway, what's in there does work. It just looks stupid with all the stuff that's not going to light up or whatever. But anyway, continuing. Let's see. So I have a shifter in there. I need to kind of put a plate over to cover it. Yeah, that's mostly just cosmetic, but it just annoys me. Again, I'll show you that maybe. Also, I would like to put a connection for USB. Obviously, back in the day when this car was built, obviously USBs didn't even know what the heck that was. So, your cell phones, some, actually, I have a tablet I'm going to use for some gauges when the car is running, so that'll power that. Um, let's see what else. I'm sure there's other things I'm going to be able to use for USB ports, but anyway. And then last and very, very least, I was going to fix something else, but basically fix the passenger side window. Yeah, the scribble at the end for the last line is actually window. This car had a power windows on both sides. When I bought it too many years ago, the driver's side was already converted over. The passenger side wasn't. I actually have all the internals to do that. I've had it for a long time, just never got around to doing it. So that's probably what we're going to do last if I ever get to this list, which I doubt. Knowing me, the 105 days, I'll probably use 30 to get everything else on the list, on the need to do list done, except for the last one, which is tune the car. Yeah, this is the first time I'm ever running fuel injection, so tuning it is going to be interesting. I have a couple different options. I have, obviously, you can take it somewhere. It gets expensive. I never put this car in a dyno ever since I've owned it, and all the motors that's been in it. So maybe I'll do that and get them to tune it. But again, depending how many days I have left, many different factors, always money. But if it comes down to it, and this car is all together and running, just not running right, when obviously if any place has an opening, I will take it somewhere, because this car is going this year no matter what, because it's been too long since I've had this car, well, really on the road and at the event. Last time I had this, you can see up there, it was 2017. I've been to all the drag weeks since then. In 2018, I hitched a ride with somebody. In 2019, I actually took my daily driver. Yeah, that's funny. There's video there. And obviously in 2020, the event was canceled. And this year, they're going to have it. So, let's see where I wind up in 100 days. That'll give me 5 days to scramble to actually get this car together. But we'll see. So obviously, stay tuned. This will be the list. There's little room to add at the end. So let's see what happens. All right. Talk to you later.